And welcome to the 2019 Buckeye Year End Tournament here at South Metro Sportsplex. We'll have all the games here at SMS for you on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And this is Lee W. Mowen along for the trip as it's the Miami Junior Redhawks against the West Virginia Wild, a battle of the 14U Single A Bronze, as the Redhawks finished third in the West, the Single A Bronze standings, and the Wild finished second in the East. Miami, the home team in the whites, the black numbers, red trim, black letters, and West Virginia in the black jerseys with silver letters and numbers. The Wild will head down the ice for our first period, and the Redhawks fly up, and the puck is dropped. Here we go with our first of 22 games here at South Metro Sportsplex. Out of the reach of defenseman C. Spillane. Spillane will chase it back. Here's Harper, wishing away from a pack of Wild. A. Strickland, the closest one there. Up top, unable to find a Redhawk in duck wall. He'll get a chance to pick it up. The Wild sweep it around. This is Bantam level hockey, as it's 14U Single A Bronze. Behind the nets of the Wild goalie. Now here's West Virginia fishing it forward. The goalie is Kendrick of West Virginia, and it's Bray for the Redhawks. 13:18 to go in the first, 14-minute periods, and no score here between Miami and West Virginia. The Redhawks coming out of Oxford, Ohio, West Virginia. The Wild are based in Charleston, West Virginia. Now the Wild attack on the left wing, pushing forward. Incoming is Allen. Allen shot save, Bray. Rebound just out of the reach of Allen. But nice job staying with it. Allen continues to slide forward, retrieves the puck back for an incoming Martin on the left wing, and drop back behind the goal line where Miami's Spillane picks it back up. No score, 12:44 to go in the first. Both teams have had some time in their attacking zone. Like I mentioned, we'll have all 22 games of the 2019 Buckeye Year End Tournament here at South Metro for you here on YouTube. As we'll have a shift change, a couple new defensemen out there, as that's Kraby now on the defensive end. That puck flies in towards the bench, and we'll stop the clock at 12:27 to go in the first period. Junior Redhawks and the Wild are scoreless. The winner will play tomorrow evening at Sports Plus in the Canada rink in Cincinnati at 5:20. And whoever drops this game bright and early tomorrow morning, 7:20. As now the Wild chipped it on the right wing by Bonwell. Bonwell continues to chase. It's scooped up by the Redhawks. It's Smith. Martin trying to help out the Wild cause. Poked back the other way by Goodwin. Make that Johnston, rather. Towards the slot, it will find Bonwell, who tries to rotate away from Miami Smith. We've played 2 minutes here. No score. In the 14U Single A Bronze battle, as Kraby gets it away from the Zamboni corner, push forward, looking for the Wild's Johnston. Johnston squeeze. Now here is Denigi, now up ahead. A gentle pass from Brown to the left corner. West Virginia recovers. West Virginia in the black jerseys. Scooped on at the left point by the Junior Redhawks, and chipped away by an incoming Kraby. Kraby will push it forward on the left wing as the Redhawks swap out two with 11:20 to go in the first, and no score. And West Virginia with a chance on the left wing. Incoming was Wong. Now scooped out by Smith of Miami. Straight ahead off the left boards. There's a check turned in by Williams of West Virginia. Miami still with the puck in their own zone. Kraby passes reach, recovered by Williams of West Virginia towards the blue line, and scooped out by the Redhawks. Up forward, pushing it is Roush. Shot goes awry of Kendrick. Goal for West Virginia. 10:44 to go in the first, and no score. From the left corner, flopped on high off the shoulders and off the protective net of Kendrick. And we'll drop in front of West Virginia's goalie with 10:39 to go in the first, and no score. The head coaches of both these squads, David Smith leads the Redhawks, Matt Martin for the Wild. Two assistants for Miami, and Ray Kraby and Bill Spillane, with manager Shara Spillane. And assistant coaches for the Wild, Keith Allen, Zach Hill, John Carper, Guy Johnston, Sean Kendrick, Paul Page, and James Williams. West Virginia on the right wing, swings away from the closest Red Hawk. Harper picks it up, looking on the other side for an incoming Roush. Good size on Roush. Here's Spillane. One-on-one towards the Zamboni doors as A. Strickland gives chase for the Wild. A score with 10:10 to go in the first. Nearly 4 minutes played here. Good stick movement there by Carper. Shot is caught, then knocked down low by Bray. Good shot behind the right face-off circle, turned in by the Wild, and Bray, a nice read to knock it on down. We'll have a brand new nest of Red Hawks and a brand new Wild out there. 3:57 gone from this contest. And no score. Owens off the face-off, spins around, hits it off the backside as Kraby retrieves it, blocked by Johnston of the Wild. Pushing it towards the left corner. Here's Kraby again for Roush. And stopped at the left point, shoveled away by Marshall. Now in the neutral zone, towards the left, the reach of Johnson. Here's Kraby, away from the grasp of the Wild, flips it on target and pounded towards the right by Kendrick. Down low, here's Kraby with the pickup, sends it towards the goalie. Rebound, it's waved off. It looked like the net came off before the puck went in. The referee on the right side quickly waved his arms out. So we'll drop it in front of Kendrick with 9:32 to go in the first. Miami putting nice pressure on Kendrick, and the rebound closed up nicely by West Virginia's goalie. Now towards the left corner of the Wild zone. West Virginia now towards the right. The puck carrier knocked down, but finding the left winger instead. Spun around was J.D. Isaacs. Battle by the West Virginia bench. Kraby in the referee crease trying to pick it up for Miami. Wild come up with it. That's Williams. Pushing forward. Williams trailed from behind. Breaks away from the pressure. Attacks the center towards the slot. And the stick of Kraby knocks the puck away. Trickling out of the reach of Miami Smith. As it's Duckwall up ahead, one-on-one for Roush. Roush knocked down towards his knees, lost the handle, and West Virginia picks it up. I believe that's Kelly back out there for Miami as Harper right behind the red line. 8:35 to go in the first. Flipped up towards the left corner. I believe that's Rollins for the Wild. Played offside, quickly waved down by the referee in the neutral zone. Towards the West Virginia bench. Push forward. Closing in is Spillane of Miami. Going for Harper left wing. Harper straight ahead, chased by Carper now. Around the bends it will go. West Virginia quickly there. That's Marshall with the defensive grab. Behind the net of Kendrick. Swept towards the left. 8 minutes to play in the first. We have played 6, and there's no score. Both teams with some opportunities here. Blue line send in by Spillane. Going towards the right corner. Now Harper's got it. Left point. Around the left bend it goes. Dropping back is Rollins. Looking for Carper. Goes to the point man for Miami instead. Kendrick off the goalie stick towards the glass. Miami putting some offensive pressure on the back line of West Virginia. Now the Wild space it out. It's a 2-on-3 back this way for West Virginia. Here's a shot. Glove by Bray. Taken by A. Strickland at the left point. Bray with the catch with 7:25 to go in the first period. No score. If you go to BuckeyeTravelHockey.com, you can see the master schedule. You can see that there are rinks around Southwest Ohio. There's one in Columbus, Indiana being used. Skipping puck towards the right circle, pushed forward by Martin of the Wild. No score with 7:14 to go in the first. Miami handles it. Bonwell on the pressure for the Wild. Off of Wong. And Wong and company move it forward on a 3-on-2. Wong will tackle the right wing for Miami. Hits it off the backside. Page of West Virginia. Now towards the goal line. It will find a Red Hawk stick. Drop back. It's Kraby. Sends it towards the goalie. Kendrick drops down low. Makes the stop. And it is shoveled wide off the bounce. The Red Hawks look to draw first blood here. And the winner gets to play tomorrow evening in Cincinnati. Whoever drops this game gets to play here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:20. 6:33 to go in the first. No score. As Kelly with the bounce off the Johnston send-up. fluttered towards Kendrick and caught by the Wild goalie in Kendrick. And we'll have a changing of both Redhawks and Wild. No score between Miami and West Virginia. Battle of 14U single A bronze. The Redhawks went 11-7-2 in the single A bronze West bracket. And West Virginia second place, 8-5-3 in the East. Face off now to the right curve as Miami on the attack. Down low, Kendrick with the stop. Towards the left corner now, dropping back is Harper on the defense. Here's West Virginia pushing through. That's Williams, spun down in his attacking zone. Back the other way for Duckwall on the left wing, picked off by Hill of the Wild. 6 to play in the first, and no score. Good start for both these teams. It's Goodwin now. Now here's West Virginia. Down this way comes the Wild. Nice stick work towards the slot. Couldn't get a clean handle off that. That was Williams for the Wild. Now right corner, here's Williams. Drop back towards the point, met up with Duckwall. And now here comes Owens with it for Miami. Owens flies towards the right wing, the centerman, and shot goes off of Kendrick. That was Roush in the center. Great pass there from Owens to Roush. In the neutral zone, here's Harper off the left boards. 5:18 to go in the first, no score. Spillane back to the bench is Kraby, back out there on the defense for Miami. We'll also see the return of Carper for the Wild. Collision at the left face-off circle. Wild give chase. Back in the right corner. Pushing forward is Redhawks. That goes wide of Kendrick. And back to West Virginia on the puck carry with 4:50 to go in the first period. No score between Miami and West Virginia. Good turnout of fans. And now back for West Virginia. That goes high and wide by Carper right in front of the blue line. Carper picks up his own puck towards the slot. Could not find Allen sweeping in. Now for A. Strickland. Looking for Carper towards the Zamboni doors. It's dropped back looking for Brockhouse. Brockhouse pushing his way forward against Rollins of West Virginia. 4:19 to play in the first. And no score between Miami and West Virginia. First game of many here in the 2019 Buckeye Year End Tournament. Lots of games here at South Metro Sports. And your master schedule can be found at BuckeyeTravelHockey.com. Push forward by Marshall of West Virginia. And we'll have a whistle with 3:59 to go in the first, possibly a hand pass. If it was offside, we go in the neutral zone for it. There is no score between the Junior Redhawks and the Wild. The face-off will have Miami's Wong looking for Owens on the left. Hits off a Wild stick as Marshall comes up with it. Darts it over towards the right. Here's Harper trying to keep it at the left point. Now looking for Marshall. Marshall swings it around, looking for Johnston, I believe. Kept in, however, by Spillane at the right point for Miami. Junior Redhawks looking for Wong in the slot. One-on-one battle in the center. The Redhawks now with a puck. Just out of the reach of Harper at the point. Harper will get back to it in time in front of Bonwell on the right wing. Johnston closing up on the left, and the Redhawks find themselves in front of their end boards as Spillane now against Bonwell. And that hits off the goalie, Bray. Bonwell scores. 1-0 Wild with 3:09 to go in the first. Bonwell spun it on home, hitting off the inside part of Bray's leg, and it goes right into the back of the net for our first goal of the game. Wild lead 1-0 as Owens takes the center ice faceoff for Miami, opposite of Williams of West Virginia. Wild score. Fans up there chant. The Wild have taken a 1-0 lead. West Virginia gets it back. Here's Kraby now in front of the West Virginia bench. Laces it towards Kendrick and dropped on quickly by Kendrick. 2:50 to go in period number 1. It's 1-0 West Virginia to score. I believe that is Bonwell's goal. Initial feed hitting off the Miami goalie and going into the back of the net. Kraby now from the right point. Good pressure from behind by Goodwin, keeping the Redhawks out of the slot. Smith awaits at the left point. Curved around, and now West Virginia looks for more. A good heads-up read by defenseman Kraby. Looking for Duckwall, and it's picked off by the Wild. Here's Owens now, one-on-one at the right point. Trying to keep it in for the Redhawks, looking to tie things up. It's 1-0 West Virginia. Off Kendrick. And Kendrick makes the stop as the referee waves his arms off again. Looked like Kendrick made the stop and then tumbled down. 2:17 to go in the first. There are 4 new Redhawks out there. Denigi will take this face-off. And West Virginia comes up with it just shy of the circle. Bray standing by as the Wild break through. It's A. Strickland, unable to get a clean hand on it. Smith was right behind. Great pressure by Smith, and now Denigi works the left wing. West Virginia keeps it in from the neutral zone with 1:55 to go in period number 1. Wild 1, Junior Redhawk 0. A. Strickland now for someone deep towards the slot, and it trickles wide. That someone for the Wild was Allen. Towards the slot, no one there, but it's recovered in the neutral zone by Goodwin of the Wild. Hammered off the right boards, now for Smith of Miami. Towards the left, out of the reach of the stick of Brockhouse. Now up ahead, the Wild onside. It's Allen flicking it towards the goal line. Allen racing forward against 2 Redhawks. And Denigi, now right wing time for Brown. Back to Kraby. Kraby right wing, trickling it wide of the cage of Kendrick. 1:06 to go in the first. 1-0 West Virginia your score. Here come the Wild. Spilling towards the left, and we'll have our first delayed penalty as Allen took a tumble. Allen's got it, and that's going to be a West Virginia penalty for interference. With under a minute to go in the first. Redhawks trailing 1-0, but Miami's got the first power play of the game. This game is BBU2 on the master schedule. The first game of the 14U Single A Bronze upper bracket has the Sprunk Indy Racers taking on Gedman's Columbus Chill, which is the Blue Jackets youth hockey organization. 5-on-4 time for the Hawks as West Virginia leads 1-0. Wild control it from the face-off. 5-on-4 time. For West Virginia, I should say. It's interference going against the Redhawks. Now the Wild look to add on to their lead. Miami's on the first PK of the day. Neutral zone chase as it's Kelly for the Hawks. Left wing. Chase with the stick of Goodwin on the left. Swept around the corner as West Virginia picks it up. Kraby back out there in the neutral zone with the pickup. 15 seconds left in the first. On target of Kendrick and trapped on. And kicked away by the West Virginia goalie. 5 seconds left as Wong with a last second dial. He'll go wide, picked up by the Wild, and West Virginia will come back out on the ice with 1:10 left on the power play. And a 1-0 West Virginia lead. Bonwell with the credited goal off the bounce off the Redhawks goalie. We'll swap sides, but first we'll take a quick breather as the Wild lead the Redhawks 1-0 here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. We'll come back after this break. 1-0 Wild, your scores. We're already into the second period here. Great contest thus far. Lots of back and forth action. The Wild get it off the bounce off of Bray, the Miami goalie. And the Wild have the first 5-on-4 in the day. Sent wide just of Kendrick. As Owens gives chase, but it's Carper rolling on the right. Turnover, Miami, and just trickling away. There's Owens reaching out, the captain of the junior Red Hawks squad. And now here's Carper with it off the pass from Spillane. 37 seconds left to go on the 5-on-4 for West Virginia. 13:21 to go in the second. It's 1-0 Wild, your score. I believe Bonwell had that goal for the Wild. So West Virginia looking to add on here with a power play. Left corner collision by the bend. Wild sweep it, but Owens has the Miami bounce off it. Sweeps it towards the right, and now we'll find Hill on the right wing for the Wild. Towards the slot, coming out was Allen. Allen left the puck behind. It's Carper picking it up. Shot saved Bray. Lots of bodies in front. Rebound. It's a goal for A. Strickland. I think the fifth Red Hawk just might have came out of the box, but Strickland scores. And it's now 2-0 Wild. Andrew Strickland scoring, as West Virginia has now increased their lead from 1 to 2. We'll have Martin take the face-off for the Wild, and it's recovered by West Virginia, who now head up the ice in the black jerseys, silver letters and numbers. Miami in the home whites with the black numbers and letters and red trim. Push forward out of the reach of Marshall. Swap back the other way. Pass Smith. Here's West Virginia. Bumped away. Good. Recovered by Harper. But that will draw the arm up from the stripes. And it's going to be a laid offside going against the Wild. Miami pushes it forward. Marshall trying to keep it in for the Wild. Now here comes the Red Hawks from the right wing. Wide to the cage of Kendrick. Now pushed forward by Rollins. And a whistle and a hand pass called from the stripes. I believe that's the second hand pass called on the day by the referee crew. Again, going back to the schedule. Lots of games here at South Metro Sports. The game labeled BBU1 is the Sprunk Indy Racers against the Gedman Columbus Chill. The winner of that game takes on the winner of this game at the Canada Rink at Sports Plus tomorrow evening at 5:20. Most of the games in this bracket happen at Sports Plus. Actually, 4 of the 7 looks like is at the Canadian Rink at Sports Plus. Miami's got it. 11:41 to go in the second. 2-0 West Virginia, your score. A left point keeping by Page towards the right curve. Here's Smith, bump from behind. Wild look to keep it in their attacking zone with a push from M. Strickland. 11:22 to go in the second. The 2-0 Wild advantage. In case you are wondering why first names are not said here, it is because it is a USA youth hockey rule. That's rotated out of here on West Virginia's attacking zone. Wild come up with it. That's Page. Pass leg. Off the hand of Williams. Turnover. Here's Miami. Shot down low. Kendrick saved. The puck bouncing away from the Wild goalie. That hits off Brown. And now Williams pushes forward. Got a nest of Red Hawks in front. Stops by the blue line and drops it off the goalie stick of Bray. The backup is Hayline of the Red Hawks. There is no backup for West Virginia, according to the sticker I have here. 10.5 to play in the second. The Wild have scored 1 late in the first, 1 early in the second, and now lead 2-0. Now here's Miami. A breakaway opportunity cut away by Goodwin's defense. Caught up with Roush. Roush towards the slot, could not find Wong. That pass just out of his reach. Miami does keep it in, bouncing off of A. Strickland, who scored that second goal for West Virginia, which may or may have not been a power play goal, Now there's under 10 minutes left in the second as Allen drops it towards the boards. We're talking about one that might be 0.5 seconds left on the power play. It's a good rebound goal by A. Strickland. Bonwell had the bounce off of Bray for the first goal of the game. The Wild lead 2-0 with 9:39 to go in the second. Puck just out of the grab of Kraby racing forward. It's controlled by Goodwin. Now right wing time for Allen. Allen towards the right face-off circle. Here's a rebound and a shot and save by Bray. I believe Carper might have had the trigger that time, but Bray with a nice slide over towards the right made a nice stop for the Redhawks. And now up ahead, past both Wild defenders to the house. Kendrick save, rebound, score, Roush. Roush scores for the Redhawks off the initial shot from Owens, who carried it past the defensive core of the Wild. Got a couple shots in before Roush finishes the job. As it's now a 2-1 West Virginia lead with 9:10 to play in the second. Face off center ice, taken by Martin. Back to Harper, picks it up in front of his goalie. This is the Smith-led Redhawks squad against the Martin-led Wild squad. Here's Bray with the stop on the Wild shot. Possibly Bonwell looking for two. Left corner pickup by Spillane. And high stick hits off the net, not the puck. So we'll play on as Roush looking for the outlet man. Cut off by Martin of the Wild, sending it wide of the cage. Sweeping in forward. Now right wing pickup. There's a collision by Spillane crashing into the puck carrier. Around the other side looking for Marshall by the point. And now Miami with 8:23 to go in the second. Trailing 2-1. Looks to tie it up. Left wing time. There's Martin colliding into the shores of Harper. Miami still working it. Spillane back to the bench. On 5-on-5. Now Roush to Owens off the back side of the stick. And finding Rollins, who pushes it. Looking for Johnston on the left wing. Towards Kendrick. Makes a stop just before Duckwall could get the stick on it. Good slide by Kendrick. Now with 7:55 to go in the second. West Virginia 2, Miami 1. Kendrick's goal mask kind of reminds me of one of the Air Force planes. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Might be a shark of some sort. Sent forward looking for M. Strickland. And here's Williams coming out of that mob. Williams pushing it forward, off balance for Isaacs. Isaacs slid by the Wild bench. Miami rotates it back into the neutral zone. 7:35 to go in the second. Flipped high and caught. Left wing time. 3 Wild on top of the puck. Opposite of 2 Redhawks. West Virginia leading 2-1. 7:20 to go in the second. As some of the Columbus Capitals watching this game, they've got next. They'll take on the Deitch Junior Fuel squad from Indianapolis. That's wide by West Virginia. Towards the point as Page closes up the gates. Hit hard off the right bend as Miami Smith comes up with it. 7 to play in the second. Halfway through this contest as West Virginia leads Miami 2-1. Of the goals from Bonwell and A. Strickland. And the Miami goal scored by Roush. Here's Kraby. Reach of M. Strickland. Floats one towards the left as Duckwall, fresh off the bench. Screens, now drop back. As Wong unable to handle it. Right wing time for Kraby. Chiseled away by Allen. Allen trying to make his way forward for the Wild. 6:25 to go in the second. 2-1 West Virginia, your score. And now scoped up by Smith again of the Redhawks. Wild will swap out one at this time. West Virginia, their attacking zone in this frame. Shot is blocked off the stick of A. Strickland, who is also looking for 2. Looking for Hill at the right point. Settled back in the neutral zone by Williams. Williams gets around the stick of Kelly. Left corner collision. Now back for the Wild. It's a shot off Bray, bouncing in front of the Miami goalie. 5:41 to play in the second. 2-1 for the Wild. By the right face-off circle, giving chase is Wong. Wild keeping in their attacking zone. Arm goes up and a whistle. And someone's going in the box for just the second time today. Looks like West Virginia might be going in there. And that is Williams, guilty of a rough. And there is a Red Hawk guilty of an infraction. That was Wong. Looks like coincidental roughing. Miners keeps it 5-on-5 with 5:23 to go in the second. 2-1 West Virginia your scores. We look at the West Single A Bronze standings. It was the Indy Racers 19-1, scoring 91 goals. It might have been holding the call against the Red Hawks. Some of the fans cheering out there, trying to listen to it. We will stay 5-on-5, so it's 5:23 to go in the second. Wild 2, Junior Redhawks 1. Again, the standings. Miami scored the second most goals in the A Bronze West. 86, just 5 behind the Indy Racers, who finished 19-1 in 20 games. Followed by Indian Hill, 13-6-1. These Redhawks, 11-7-2. Trailed by the Cincinnati Swords at 10-8-2. Findlay, 2-17-1. Dayton, 2-18. That's your West standings. As Miami and West Virginia battle here. Wild up 2-1. Now West Virginia back with the puck, looking for Carper. And now picked off by the defense for the captain, Owens. Owens swings it left wing towards the face-off circle, jammed up, and Kendrick sweeps it away. Owens lost his stick. Duckwall closing in, but it's now for the Wild, and Martin curving sharply towards the left for Carper. Carper now pulls off a shot with a defender in front and sends it wide right. 4:32 to go in the second. It's 2-1 Wild your score. A. Strickland now pushing it from the right corner, bouncing off of the cage. Puck goes back in the neutral zone. And now closing in is Carper left wing. His shot off the glass off of Miami stick. Collision behind the net. Now for Roush, who's got the lone Red Hawk goal after West Virginia scored the first 2 of the game. 2-1 Wild, under 4 to play in the second. Now here's Johnston. Chased by Spillane. Picked off now by Martin. Now for Roush on the right. So back down behind the red line. And now back for Roush. Dropping it behind the goal line. The Redhawks use this time to swap out all 5. As West Virginia has Rollins driving towards the right. Closed up with Donigi. And there's a collision off the boards, and that's going to be a West Virginia penalty. Carper got a little too wild on that, pardon the pun. Brockhouse taking the worst of that for the Hawks. And it's Carper to the box. And it looks like it's a check from behind. 3:20 to go in the second period. West Virginia 2 and Miami 1. I know in high school level the check from behinds are majors, and I have to assume that's no exception for 14U. So it looks like the Wild will be on the PK for a while. We're closing on towards the end of the second period. West Virginia getting one late in the first, early in the second, and Miami tying it up a couple minutes later. And no, it's going to be a 2-minute minor against West Virginia. So not the major I thought it was, but it is a power play for the Redhawks. Trail by 1 as Marshall picks it up for the Wild. Duckwall and Owens. Pass out of the reach of Owens and back for the Wild's Marshall. Back in the Zamboni corner, that's the left corner. Scoped out now by Miami's Duckwall, off of Marshall, now for Roush. Roush trying to find a friendly Red Hawk, and Allen sends it forward. And now Johnston trying to push it that way. Owens quickly there in the neutral zone. 33 seconds gone from the power play. 2:44 to go in the second. As the Wild have it, it's Rollins with the defensive pickup behind the back of Roush, heading towards the left corner, and it won't get there. In youth hockey, I should say, not minor league hockey, that's two different animals, but in youth hockey, if you clear it, even if you're on the PK, all the way down the ice, you are called for icing. Something I learned last year. 2:15 to play in the second, 2-1. West Virginia to score. 52 seconds left to go in the 5-on-4 for the Junior Redhawks. Duckwall off. And now down the ice, the Wild scope it out. And on goes Owens. 1-on-1 in the right corner. Here's Roush trying to wrap it around. Loose puck. Finds the Red Hawk in the slot. Marshall pushes it away. Sent back in through the legs of Marshall. Power play goal, Roush. It finds Roush deep. Right by Kendrick. And Roush has tied this game up on a power play goal, taking 1 minute and 29 seconds. We're tied at 2 with under 2 to play in the second. Roush has scored both Red Hawk goals. And now the Red Hawks outscoring the Wild 2-1 in this frame. 2-2 game. 1:48 to go in the second. Bray keeps the puck out of the net. As West Virginia back on the attack. We're back to 5-on-5. Now the Red Hawks looking for their first league. They'll have to get from defenseman Legg. Right wing time for the Wild for centerman A. Strickland. He's got one of the two Wild goals. Pushing forward, here comes Miami. And taking down the slot. And back for Williams. 1:19 to go in the second. Sent on in. A 1-on-1 chase as Page quickly there away from Brown. The judge awaits by the left point. Here's Wong. Got a Wild down by the skates. That's Legg. Push forward. Last minute of the second period starts now. Flipped on in towards the slot. Good handle by Kelly. But he cannot send it on target. It goes wide right of the cage. Brown slows it down. Martin trying to push it forward for the Wild. Now picked up by defenseman Legg. Miami recovers in the ref crease with 40 seconds to go. That goes wide of Bray. Red Hawks now almost picked off by a Wild forward. However, A. Strickland slipped. Red Hawks back with the possession. Legg, 1-on-1. 1-on-2 now as Kelly bumped at the shoulders. Lost the handle as A. Strickland going forward. Now for Williams. Flies quickly towards the right wing. Lost the handle on the stick and lost the possession with 5 seconds left. 2-2 game. Left point. Now up front. And lost his balance. Looked like that was Martin. And that's now 28 minutes in the books. Third period up next here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Thanks to Dayton Children's and Dewey's Pizza Austin Landing for their support. As Miami ties it up with 2 unanswered of their own against the West Virginia Wild. We'll come back after this quick breather. Donigi takes the first face-off as the Redhawks fly back up the ice and the Wild tackled down. 2-2 game as Miami ties it on Roush's second goal on the contest. It's a power play goal for the Redhawks. Donigi gives chase as now the Wild pushing it forward, 15 seconds in, looking for their second lead, and that's off the backside of the net. As Bray prepared the glove, that was Allen taking the shot. He'll get it back for Johnson. His pass back to Allen is in the way of Donigi. Donigi now curving it towards the right. Up ahead now, looking for a Red Hawk in Brown. Slow back down by Smith of the Redhawks. 2-2 game, 40 seconds into the third. Our first game of many here in the Buckeye Year End Tournament at South Metro Sportsplex. By the way, that first game, the BBU1 game, which the winner will play at Sports Plus Canada tomorrow, that starts at 5:35. Here's Brown in the right corners. The Redhawks back in their attacking zone. 1 minute into the third. 2-2 game. The Redhawks tied it up late in the second on a power play. Belted towards the right, looking for Bonwell, who had the first goal of the game off the bounce of Bray. Brockhouse now slicing it towards the right for Brown. Brown pushes up ahead, and Goodwin looks to strip the puck away. He does strip the puck away for West Virginia. Duckwall keeps it in Miami's half of the ice. Spillane now up ahead. 12:29 to go in the third. As the Wild looking to outmuscle the Redhawks for the puck, and Goodwin again towards the neutral zone. And now West Virginia on a one-on-one with one lurking nearby. Allen lost the handle. Bray's got the heads-up read and jumps on top of it. Allen had pressure in front and towards the right. 12:14 to go in the third period. Miami and West Virginia tied up at 2. Winner of this plays the winner of Gedman's Columbus Chill and Sprunk's Indy Racers. And that will be at Sports Plus Canada tomorrow at 5:20. Whoever drops this game plays bright and early here at South Metro Sportsplex at 7:20. And that game will be here on YouTube. Turnover for Miami. A. Strickland now lurking in the left face-off circle. Fires it off the stick of Owens. Duckwall waits. There's a big check turned in by Rollins. That'll be a delayed penalty. There'll be interference called on Rollins as his check slowed down an incoming Redhawk who did not have the puck, going for the puck, and that will give the Redhawks another power play with 11:44 to go in the third. Like I mentioned, in the 14U Single A Bronze upper bracket, most of the games are at Sports Plus. Actually, 5 of them are, and only 3 are here at South Metro. Sent on in to the blue line. Now here's Owens flinging it. Nice slide by Kendrick. Loose puck. It's a battle close to the goalie's right hand. Well, Kendrick holds the goalie stick. 21 seconds gone from the power play as now West Virginia looks for their second lead of the day via shorthander. A. Strickland giving chase. Williams towards the left face-off circle, swinging away from Owens. 2 will continue to battle, and Owens picks it off 40 seconds into this power play. 2-2 game, 3 minutes into the third. Owens attacks on the right. Shot save, Kendrick down low. Here's Smith for Miami from the point. Passes slowed down by Goodwin. Goodwin now finds an incoming Wild. Down low, A. Strickland trying to push the puck forward. And Kraby skips one towards the center ice circle. Goodwin's got it for the Wild. 52 seconds left. Sends it wide. As Miami still on the power play with 10.5 to go in the third. Rollins in the box for interference. And now fresh off the bench is Brockhouse. Possibly getting a piece of Kendrick on that shot. It goes wide. He'll find A. Strickland, who has some open ice before a Red Hawk flies in front and takes the puck away with 27 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Red Hawks and the Wild are tied at 2. This is Smith's Miami Junior Red Hawk squad looking for Donigi, and he had 2 Wild in front. 9:55 to go in the third. And 10 seconds left on the power plays. The Wild, good handling there by Williams. Gentle curves, however, could not get past Harper that time. And Miami in the neutral zone as the power play expires, flips it to the right corner. Rollins out of the box. He's replaced by Allen. 9:37 to go in the third period. 2-2 game between the Miami Junior Redhawks, the home team, and the Wild of West Virginia, the away team. West Virginia's in the black jerseys, Miami in the white jerseys. Towards the slot, could not find Brown. Pass goes behind the back. Towards the end boards now as Allen recovers it. Flips it that way. Stopped at the point by Harper. And recovered again by West Virginia. 9:10 to go in the third. 2-2 game as Harper retrieves it just in front of the red line. Drop towards the corner. Giving chase is Wong, but West Virginia's got a handle on it. Looking for Johnston on the left. Johnston sweeps it off the tip of the stick of a Red Hawk, and trying to keep it in was Martin. But here comes Wong and company. Down low, Kendrick stop and pounce as Wong got away from his Wild defender and looking for the rebound. 8:49 to go in the third, 2-2 game. What a crowd we have here. Here in the Buckeye Year End Tournament with the quick schedule. There's ice cuts after each game. Have a lot of changing of the fans. Got the Miami Red Hawk fans up here, the West Virginia Wild fans up here. We also have some of the Columbus Capital fans and some of the Indy Junior Fuel fans here. Couple franchises, couple youth hockey organizations. They're familiar with South Metro Sportsplex. Get Miami from Oxford, Ohio, and Butler County. They got that beautiful Goggin Ice Arena. And West Virginia out Charleston, West Virginia. No stranger to hockey. Although the closest pro team, I believe, would be the Wheeling Nailers of the ECHL. 1-on-1 chase as West Virginia retrieves it towards the slot, and Johnston had the touch. However, it goes wide. 1-on-1 battle in the Zamboni corner as Kraby now opposite Johnston. The two battle, and the two will lose their balance. For the puck is picked up by Roush, who's got both Miami goals. Kraby off and replaced by an incoming defender in Harper. Initial stop made by Kendrick. Incoming, there's one down low, rebound, great stop, and score! Kendrick had the initial stop, but the last touch crosses on home, and Miami has themselves their first lead of the game with 8:03 to go in regulation. Redhawks 3, Wild 2. That's great pressure in front of Kendrick as Miami has now scored 3 in a row. Redhawks look to punch their ticket forward in this bracket. It is a single elimination bracket with a consolation built in. Again, whoever drops this game plays bright and early tomorrow. And that will be streamed on here on YouTube. And whoever wins this game plays tomorrow evening at Sports Plus. So, nice thing is, here is a shot on towards Kendrick, and it does not get to the goalie by Spillane. Nice thing is, if you win this game, you get to sleep in. And the nice thing about dropping this game, it's going to sound weird and also sound a little bit conceited, but it'll be here on YouTube. As all 22 games at South Metro will be here on YouTube with yours truly. Hope you join us for all this. Turnover, Spillane sends it high over the cage of Kendrick. 7:12 to go in the third. 3-2 Miami. Lots of bodies in front for that third Red Hawk goal. I did not see who pushed it on home. And now here's West Virginia looking to tie things up. It's a 3-on-3, a 3-on-2, and a collision turned in by Miami's defenseman just at the shoulders, and a whistle as Brown hit just as he touches the puck, and it is tripping the call with 6:50 to go in the third. It's another penalty whistled here in the third. Brown's being checked on by his teammates. And it looks like it will be Goodwin to the box for tripping. They'll give Miami another 5-on-4 advantage with 6:50 to go in regulation. If we look at the standings in the Single-A Bronze East in the regular season, West Virginia 8-5-3, 63 goals scored. That's second most compared to the Columbus Chill, who finished fourth place. That shot at the left shoulder and glove by Kendrick. That'll knock 10 seconds off the power play clock for the Red Hawks, who lead West Virginia 3-2 with 6:40 to go in the third. Athens, the Bobcats finished first in 16 games. 10-3-3 went Athens with 62 goals scored. West Virginia 63 goals scored, 8-5-3. Third place, Newark and the Generals, 9-6-1. Columbus Chill, 7-6-3 with 69 goals scored. And in fifth place, out of 5, 1-15 Dayton Stealth. 20 goals scored, 110 allowed. 6:19 to go in the third. 3-2 Miami your score. And 1:26 to go in the power play for the Red Hawks, who have scored 3 unanswered after West Virginia went up 2-0 early in the second. Here's Smith awaiting at the left point. A gentle pass up front, past A. Strickland. Flip towards the slot. And a great pounce on it by Kendrick as the Red Hawks were looking for a Red Hawk deep. Kendrick read that quite well. We'll have a face-off to the right of Kendrick, the West Virginia goalie, with 5:55 to go in the third. Junior Red Hawks 3 and the Wild 2. The next game here on YouTube will be the Columbus Capitals of Waselko against the Deitch Indy Junior Fuel. Battle of two capital cities, Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, and both with their fair share of hockey history. That goes behind the cage. Now going back for it is Johnston of the Wild. Slowed down now by Kraby with 43 seconds left in the power play. Smith slows it down. Great read in the neutral zone as Kraby off a Wild stick, bouncing right to a second Wild in Marshall. 30 seconds left. Miami picks it up. That is Roush looking for the hat trick. His shot is knocked down by Martin. Left point time for Smith. Roush flips it forward off the backside of Marshall. 20 seconds left as Kraby flips the pass towards the left. Smith back with it on West Virginia's half of the ice. And 10 seconds left with 5:01 to go in the third. 10 seconds left on the power play as Miami leads 3-2. Great contest thus far. And now West Virginia trying to get the puck away from Brockhouse. Brockhouse, left face-off circle, poked away by the Wild. 2 have it on the right wing. Rollins. Now here's Brown. Flip for Spillane. Spillane now up ahead. Denigi looking back for it. West Virginia's got it. It's picked up by Johnston again with 4:27 to go in the third. We're back to even strength. A 3-2 Red Hawks lead. Spillane, Brockhouse, turnover for Martin. Going for Johnston, left wing, blocked with the legs of Brown. Past the stick of Marshall. And Brown will try to go towards the corners, but Marshall sticks in the way. And back towards the bend where it's scooped up by Rollins. 4:02 to go in the third as the Junior Red Hawks lead the Wild 3-2 here. And this is going to be our second icing on the day, I believe. Not a lot of icing whistles as the Red Hawks 11-7-2 and the single A Bronze West standings. 8-5-3 went the Wild, the second place in the East. Again, our next contest is game PSU 1, which will start the 12U single A Silver 1 bracket. It's double elimination. The winner of PSU 1 takes on Reed's Dayton Stealth in a timeout called by West Virginia as the Red Hawks lead by 1, 3-2 with 3:54 to go in regulation. Again, the winner of this gets the winner of Columbus Chill Gedman and Indy Racers Sprunk. Whoever drops this game will get the loser of that game. And it looks like whoever drops this game is the visitor, according to the master schedule. We'll have one more game in the 14U Single A Bronze upper bracket. And that will be whoever drops BBU 3 and BBU 4, which is Cincinnati Swords Gick, Cranston Indian Hill, or Newark, Weiss, and Chiasson Athens. 3-2 Red Hawks as Allen picks it up for the Wild. Shot, save, Bray. Great job by Bray to drop on that puck. Carper send a quick one towards the Miami goalie. And we'll will drop it in front of Bray with 3:37 to go in the third. 3-2 your score favoring Miami. Roush has 2 of the 3 goals. The third one I did not see who tipped it in for the Red Hawks. Big scrum in front of the goalie. Kraby taking flight past Carper. We'll have a Red Hawk slow to get up. Kraby. He'll get back up and go to the bench. Harper and Spillane back out there in the defensive core. But the Stripes were checking out the fallen Red Hawk, who was quickly back up. See all these hockey players take all these hits and bumps and looks really bad. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. You got to be a special type of strong to play this sport. And that's a compliment to all these athletes here, the 2019 Buckeye Year End Tournament. Allen trying to find Ace Strickland, who's got a goal for the Wild. Now for Roush, and that's going to head to the end boards, and that's going to be icing on Miami. 3:02 to go in the third. It's a 3-2 Miami lead. Again, up next, we'll start the 12U Single A Silver 1 double elimination bracket. All those games will be here at South Metro, and that will be our next 2 games in a row, PSU 1, PSU 2. Again, all this is on BuckeyeTravelHockey.com. Looking for Allen. There's Owens in the way for the Red Hawks. And Owens will take it himself with Duckwall in front. Could not find Duckwall. The pass slips by the Miami winger. And that's going to be icing the call on the Red Hawks. 2:42 to go in the third. Miami 3, West Virginia 2. Again, in this bracket, the 14U Single A Bronze single elimination with consolation. Whoever drops this game in the BBU 1 game plays tomorrow morning at 7:20. The BBU 1 game doesn't start till 5:35 tonight. Kendrick with the stop. Closing in is Goodwin. Going towards the right. Now here's Smith with the pickup for Miami, going for Duckwall in the left corner. Duckwall drags it back, looks for the point man Smith, as Miami looking to extend their lead here late in the third. 3 unanswered goals turned in by the Red Hawks. Roush tied up the game on a power play goal, taking about 1:29. Now here comes West Virginia. It's a 3-on-2 back this way with a third Red Hawk catching up. That goes well wide of the cage of Johnston. Got a Miami touch on that. Martin battling with Johnston now. Here's Kraby back on the ice. Owens now. And now swooped up by Martin towards the slot. No one there. Still in the creases, Kendrick. And now up ahead, it's a 2-on-0 situation to the house. And he is knocked down. That looked to be Brown. And that's going to be an infraction against West Virginia for hooking with 1:37 to go in the third. Junior Red Hawks 3, Wild 2. We'll see who goes in the box, rather. And looks like it'll be Goodwin. And it's 5-on-4 time for the Red Hawks with 1:37 to play in the third. West Virginia now needs a shorthander to tie it up. There's Bray now watching the action from afar as the Red Hawks go to work. West Virginia got a late goal in the first, an early goal in the second to lead 2-0, but then Miami scored the next 3 to currently lead by 1 with 1:24 to go in the third. Harper in front of the red line, rotates twice. Towards the right face-off circle, closest Red Hawk is Brockhouse on the right wing. West Virginia pushes it forward out of the grab of leg. 1:09 to go in the third. Power play time for Miami. Now on the left wing for Daniji in the slot. And Brockhouse and I will pull it on Holmes. We're in our final minute of this contest. The Red Hawks lead 3-2. 45 seconds left to go as Harper few turns around, looking for Spillane. Towards the left, pushed forward by Johnston. Leg goes back for it. A pack a while go back for it, in fact, as the Redhawks use this time to swap out some of their power play cell. Shot off Kendrick, saved by the West Virginia goalie. Back towards the left point, it's Harper. It's broken up by West Virginia. That's good pressure by Johnston. Puck now into the neutral zone with 15 seconds left in the third. It looked like Kendrick might have been taken off for the Wild bench. 10 seconds left, 33 seconds to go on the power play. And off the ice will go Brown. 3 seconds left as the Redhawks lead 3-2 down this way. Shot will not get to the goalie, and that's a final as Miami defeats West Virginia 3-2. The Redhawks win, and they'll play the winner of Gedman's Columbus Chill and Sprunk's Indy Racers. And West Virginia will take on whoever drops that game tomorrow morning at 7:20. And you can watch it here on YouTube, youtube.com/South Metro Sports. Great game, great action. And now we'll turn our attention to the 12U Single A Silver 1 bracket with Deitch's Junior Fuel of Indianapolis taking on Waselko's Columbus Capitals. This is Lee W. Mowen signing off, and we hope you join us for the rest of the 2019 Buckeye Year End Tournament. There's plenty of hockey to go around. Until next game, ladies and gentlemen,